Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone camps, for teaching us the truth of the Bible. Peace and blessings to the whole elect scattered around the world. Shalom. I'm Brother Amor,
Brother Kawak.
Brother Markab.
and today we want to speak about wisdom and humbleness, and how we gotta fear the Lord, Yahweh Shai, whenever when we come into this truth, you know. And we'll start off in Philippians 2:14, and speak about wisdom and knowledge. Because the beginning of knowledge, uh, the beginning of knowledge is the fear of Yahweh Shai.
Philippians 2:4, you said?
Yeah, 2:14.
I got it. This is Philippians 2:14. Do all things without murmurings and disputings.
It says, do all things without murmuring. And the definition for murmuring, uh, one of the definitions is a grudge. What's the other?
So murmuring is that which one say disputings?
Murmuring.
Murmurings is a secret debate, secret displeasure, not openly avowed. Murmuring, the word is gongismos, and it basically says secret displeasure, not openly avowed, without quarrelous discontent, without murmurs.
Yeah, and the definition in the Strong's info is a grudge. And definition for grudge in the etymology. Yeah, definition for grudge in the etymology. Uh, to complain. Uh, to complain of some special cause.
Yeah, it says grudging.
Yeah. And then it said secret displeasure. So we're not like, when we come into this truth, we're not supposed to like hold any secrets, among the brotherhood.
Especially in like
Yeah. So if you have like an issue with the brother, you should bring it up and settle the issue.
What tells you in the scriptures? You pull the brother to the side, and if you guys come together, then you gain a brother though. And if still not the cause though, you Peter says you bring 2 or 3 more, and then you bring it to the congregation though. And if you still can't get it, you gotta treat the dude like a heathen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's structured though.
I got this up here. 1 Peter 4:9. Use hospitality one to another without grudging. So
there you go.
What you all know what grudging means, man. Why do we have to explain it? But still, you have to explain it. Right? Grudging is this. Let's say the Lord comes down and puts a crown on Lemoore, and I'm like, hey, why'd you put a crown on me? I'm the leader. That's a grudge. And worst of all, if I don't say nothing, especially if I don't say nothing to him, and then we keep having church. First church passes, and I'm looking at him like, hey, second church passes, that's 2 weeks. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna tell him something. Third week passes, and now I'm mad because I hold a grudge and I didn't bring that out like the scripture said.
Yeah.
Now I don't even know why I'm mad. I'm just mad.
Yeah. In reality, that'd be a demon though. That'd be a demon.
Yeah. And then demons, oh shit, you know what? I gotta speak on this. Demons hop on you when people disagree with you. You know what I'm saying? That's what a grudge is, because it's a demon that disagrees with you. Otherwise, why would people disagree with you? Especially if you talk about the Bible.
Right? Yeah. A lot of when we come to the truth, we find out this information though. We be some. I'm not saying all brothers though, but I'm saying we be over righteous though, trying to teach everybody this truth though. Your family members, everybody though, and then you get mad at them because they don't get it.
Yeah. It's not, man.
It's not for
like. It's not for 90% of the world. That's sad to say, but it is 90% of the world. And people will get mad at you if you say things about the Lord, right? If you say, "Oh man, Lord ain't like Israel," everybody will get mad because they've been taught differently. Like, no, he came for everybody. Now you got a big argument because you know for a fact, you know, even if you go to John 3:16, you know what that world means. Right? If you go to Matthew 24:14, you know what that word for world means. You know the difference. And how you gonna fucking tell them, motherfucker? I'm gonna call you motherfuckers because that's what you guys are. They'll be like, oh man. And this happened to me at the training. I would say stuff, and then I would walk out of the class, and these young bitches would be like, he's a weirdo, he's a weirdo. Like telling all these bitches. Murmuring. That's exactly what it was, murmuring. And then they would tell the teacher, and I was like, what? So then the teacher called me and said, you gotta write what they're told. Because I told the teacher, look, I pulled her aside and I said, look, these bitches are I didn't say it like that, but you know what I mean. These are disrespectful females that just being loud. I can't hear what I'm focusing on. And I just wanted to let you know before things get out of hand. And guess what? Things got out of hand. But those two girls, or those three girls, their character is heathens. You know, they're worldly. They'll say stupid shit like, I'm gonna change my baby middle name because it's my baby daddy.
Stupid ass shit.
And then all the other girls, all of them will be like, you go, girl. And then I'll say, I'm a prince. Oh shit, yeah. You know where I'm going. What do you mean? But why did they have to go from me being better than you? Same minutes. Or put the crown on him, and I was like, man, how come not me? It's because everything we say should hit you right in the heart. Boom. And that's where it hit you. But you didn't know you were reacting to the scriptures. You were just reacting to your own idea that, why is this guy doing this?
Yeah, what's that? Young Brothers, capital apostles that do that at the end. You know, he came up like, why do you guys teach about like love? I mean, it should be love though. But why you guys like hate that dude that Jake though that came to the apostles camp yesterday though? So I mean, they were cutting him though, but he just couldn't accept the fact that Yahweh is also bad too.
Yeah,
He's bad too. Two coins, two sides of the coin though. He just couldn't accept that. In
just
other
couldn't
words,
deal with it.
yeah.
Because his mind wouldn't let him. The demon inside the mind wouldn't let him. So that goes back to murmurings. The thing is, we do teach about love. Self,
Telling you who you are.
who the fuck you really are. Love yourself for who the fuck you really are. Love him for who he is, for who he really is. Man, I was watching Batman yesterday. I didn't know if you watched it all.
The Predator.
Yeah. You seen it?
I did watch.
No, okay, I don't want to ruin it for you, but you should watch it. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna ruin the first part. You know that young Yelka? He's actually a run, and his big brother's helping him, teaching him, training him. And his dad comes and says, "How come you haven't killed him yet?" Oh shit! That's the same fucking way that this man is. How the fuck you gonna deal with that?
Yeah.
I just had to say that. Most people don't understand. Like, this man, look at him. Look at him. Does he look nice? It's all about love, self-love, like love for this people. Right?
I said earlier, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
It tells you that in scriptures though.
So read that one again.
To do all things without murmurings and disputings.
And disputings, and get that definition for disputings.
And the word for disputing is, dialogismos. I don't even have to get it. I just know from the first part, dialogue is speaking. The thinking of a man deliberating with himself, a thought, inward reasoning, purpose, design, a deliberation, questioning about what is true, hesitation, doubting, disputing, arguing.
So it said questioning yourself about what is true. We shouldn't have no question about this truth.
If the apostles say chariots are the UFOs, and those are the angels driving them. It might hit you here, like you might feel a little salty, but all you gotta do is get into it.
Ezekiel, the first chapter, it talks about it.
All these prophets had interactions with angels. Even us, you guys don't. I mean, the things that happen to me like make my hair stand up, but you guys probably don't even notice those things. But it's good that you don't notice, because then you'll change your fucking way of thinking.
Yeah, when it came to the chariots, I believe right away because I had told the story when I was 10 that one visited us, my family were kids. We didn't understand how that was, you know. So when it came to the chariots, just the precepts and that whole topic about the chariots, my spirit just right away, like I believed it, you know. I didn't have, you know, I right away believed it though. It makes sense though, you know. It makes sense that those are the chariots though, you know. How about Shim Al Shai though, man? How they come in different shapes though, the color of them though. You know what I'm saying though? In Ezekiel the first chapter though, you know, that it just how it broken down to it is just like, oh, it just makes sense though, because sometimes they're small, they turn to different colors though, and it's like, oh, it makes sense though. The pillar of fire that helped us though, and you know, through the wilderness though. Like what else could have lighten up the exactly, making it look like it was daytime. What could make that possible, you know? Exactly though. So it just makes sense though, you know?
Let me read that bit. Alright. So this one I'm gonna read in the NLT. Philippians 2:14. Do everything without complaining and arguing.
Yeah, and then definition for disputing is deliberate.
Debating.
Yeah, and
You know what a deliberate is? It's when you go to court and they fucking read the shit to you. I got this against you. I got that against you.
because deliberate, it says done with careful consideration to balance or make level.
Yeah, it's resolved upon.
So in order for you to make this level for you, there's nothing you can really do. I'm sorry to say that. There's nothing you can really do. You have to be pre-chosen.
And go to 2 Corinthians 13:5, because when we come into this truth, you know, you have to examine yourself.
Yeah, 2 Corinthians 13:5. Examine yourself whether you be in the faith. Prove your own self. Know ye not your own selves, how that Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates.
So that's where you have to check yourself to make sure that you're in the faith. You know, it's your faith. Are you believing in the correct doctrine?
And most of these camps, there's a lot of camps. Wi-Fi this, Wi-Fi that. Soldiers of Yahweh Shai. Something of the way.
Or Leaders of the Way.
Yeah, Leaders of the Way. GLCC. I mean, there's a bunch of, and they all have their own different ideas. And the only reason that they popped up is because they don't agree with the Apostle Torah.
Yeah, here from Sakari. You know?
How the hell are you gonna call? He's gonna be your king. Negro. I bet you, when we get in the kingdom, he's gonna shoot a laser through your fucking chest. Remember that one day you called me a motherfucker? And if he doesn't, I will. I will.
There's middle. Yeah.
You just said this. I gotta say this one. You don't talk to a man like you just got honor, man. Didn't you think upon yourself? Damn, this dude is really smart.
Exactly. You should show at least should have showed at least some respect though, you know?
Some respect.
Call him, oh, this motherfucker, like it's his homie or some shit, you know?
He ain't your homie.
He ain't your homie.
He ain't your fucking homie.
Out there.
At the very least, he's your daddy. Because it says, except ye be reprobates. No way, boss. See, I don't have a problem calling him boss. It don't matter to me. You know why? Because I'm glad he's saved. That's what it matters. That's what really matters. What is that word? Reprobate? You're gonna hate this. G96 Adopino. standing the test, not approved.
No good. Huh?
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna read, bro.
No good.
Or
No good.
unfit, unproved.
That means you failed the test. And the test is staying in this truth. That's the test. And if you
Yeah.
fall out, that means you failed. You know.
And you know how you know when you failed is you're doing. Now you're a weirdo. Now you are a weirdo. I'm not a weirdo. You're not weirdo. You're the weirdo. Because you got fucking sticks up your butt now, man. You let a woman
Yeah.
I don't know. You probably told her, look, babe, I'm ready for this. Do this. And you know why people do some shit like that? Because the elite, they're possessed by demons, right? They'll send someone to you and be like, trying to convince you to do wicked shit so that you can get some money.
I got a piece. Luke 14 and 29, it says, less happily after he had laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it began to mock him. Aren't we doing that right now with fucking these gorilla niggas? Saying this man began to build and was not able to finish.
Man,
See?
that's embarrassing.
The house was half built.
And you know what makes
He
no,
couldn't even build his house of Sakari. The motherfucker went to, you know what I mean?
yeah.
You know, the Genesis.
And it makes me think of some people that were in our camp. He called himself Arar Khan, the ancient Persian. Well, he wouldn't fucking listen. I told him, get Deuteronomy 28. He goes, no, I got this. He's mine. What the fuck you talking about? He's yours. He's ours. Group. Teamwork. This dude never fucking.
The house of Saul. That's the 2/3. That's
Yeah.
the 2/3 house.
Two-thirds.
Right? And the house of David is built.
Yeah, and just, that's beautiful that you say that. That's spiritual because House of Saul would throw the spear at you. Like Saul threw the spear at David. Why? Because it's jealousy.
He didn't finish.
And then he got scared and then called on a ghost, on a fucking witch. For what? To bother Samuel?
But did he kill himself?
Yeah.
Yeah, he could kill himself.
He had a bad fucking end.
No, he killed himself.
Yeah, was it him and his son that died?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Read that one in NLT.
It's like that. He's the same person, right? The same person that didn't wait for Samuel, and he did an offering, right? Burnt offering or something though, and and Samuel just told him, hey, because of that, you pretty much you reprobate, yeah. You know, it's not gonna be to you. Now it's gonna be to someone else, which is King David.
King David.
Yeah, you see.
And then you got. Well, just to speak on that, you should have fucking waited.
We should have waited.
Should have fucking waited.
Even if it was hours.
Even if it was weeks, man.
Yeah, you know, like.
What do you got to fucking commit? Go bring me a cap. You know, I'm waiting for Samuel.
Yeah, exactly. You know. Yeah, it's like with us though. I told his brother I'm running late, you know, and things like that though. So we came at the same time. We all came at the same time, you know, pretty much though, you know.
And that's called what's it called? Together. There's a word for it. It escapes me because that's what we are. We're together. Yeah, something like that.
Harmony.
Yeah, harmony. We're in harmony. Last time, I didn't even tell his brother to wear this one, but we wore it.
Oh yeah. Last week you were.
Yeah. And we all were late today. In harmony. See, we do what the Lord tells us. All of us were late.
You gotta have patience.
And none of us said, well, you better hurry up. We're going to start the camera.
Yeah.
So, let me read this in the NLT. 2 Corinthians 13 and 5. Examine yourselves to see if your faith is genuine. Test yourselves. Surely you know that Yahweh Shai Mashiach is among you. If not, you have failed the test of genuine faith. Oh.
That's what it's about, is genuine faith. Do you have genuine faith? And the definition for genuine is natural. You know?
That's within the spirit that you're naturally gonna, build things.
That's why everybody hates us. That's why you hate Apostle Tahar because he's natural. That's why you hate the Apostle Rakak because he's natural. You hate Apostle Ramla because he's natural. You hate Apostle Bart because he's natural.
They hate the name Yahushua
They don't got no gimmicks.
because it's natural.
See,
So,
calling yourself anything out of what you are is unnatural.
Yeah, that's right.
Jesus is not natural. You know?
But guess what? It's okay for you to say that because you failed the test.
Yeah.
Somebody that's not okay with that, even if they're a Christian, whatever walk of life you come from, it's gonna harmonize with you. What it said, harmony. It's gonna harmonize with you. See,
Yeah.
you see that?
First time into that.
That's
yeah.
beautiful harmony.
Sounds beautiful.
And I'm gonna say this thing, but it's gonna make me sound like I'm something special. I don't think I am. But when I sit in my garage and I'm fucking mad, I don't know, an angel makes me even more scared. He'd be like opening the door when it's locked. He'd be dropping keys on the floor, making my fucking face hot. These are the things that I have experienced when I'm thinking about these things. And guess what? I do get scared because I'm a human. But the instinct is the house is with me, right? So even though I am scared, like that Yautja, like the Borderlands, that Yautja was scared and he was watching his brother, fight his dad. That must have been scary because I don't know if the father was I'm not gonna ruin it for him, but it seemed like he was trying to motivate his son because his son had to go for a hunt, right? And he didn't want to fail the test because to fail the test means death.
That's right. Yeah.
That movie's fucking awesome.
And if a predator doesn't kill what he's supposed to, though, right? I believe he can. Yeah, either he kills himself or he gets killed or something like that. Because I know the second predator, that's what happened with that dude, though. Remember they came in that in that craft, though. And, a lot of them appeared to Jake, though.
What did he do?
Yeah.
Then what happens? He blows himself up
Yep.
because he fucking failed.
Yeah.
Let me read that one again because that one hit it. 2 Corinthians 13 and 5. Examine yourselves to see if your faith is genuine. Test yourself. Surely you know that Yahweh Shai Mashiach is among you. If not, you have failed the test of faith.
the way I test myself is I watch the other camps and see if they're speaking the same thing that Great Millstone are speaking. You know? Are they saying that the mark of the beast is the R5D chip? You know?
That's a problem.
Because if not, they don't have genuine faith.
Because you don't know who your enemy is. You don't know who Satan is. You don't know what lengths he'll go to just to fucking get you.
Yeah. I got a. 1 Peter 2 and 16, it says, "Be as free men, not using your liberty as a cloak for evil, but as a servants of power." And then 17, it says, "Honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear God, honor the king." You know, it's simple. It's simple.
And worse than that, when Masha was here, he was the actual king.
That scripture reminds me too of what's that one? The conclusion of all things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Is it Ecclesiastes 13?
This is the conclusion of
Men?
all things.
Is it of men?
Yeah.
Or duty of men?
Yeah.
Oh,
And I bet you if King Masha came back, I bet you across the heart would be like, this is your church. Take it. He wouldn't be no fucking proud boy. And the worst part about that is when King Masha died, the split happened. ISK became, and then IOIC came. And all those things came, and they just waited for King Masha back so they could stay there, do their thing. Hey, my king ain't here. Nobody's fucking watching. Oh yeah, I was gonna say this. King Saul was about 6'4", 6'5". But King David was about 5'8". How do you get jealous of somebody that's smaller than you? And everybody was like, he's so small, he's weak, he's this and that. But his heart was big, full of faith. He sang songs to the Lord when he was alive. Just think about stay right there the whole fucking day. They'll travel miles, and wherever they end up, that's where they sleep. So you have to be with those animals, protecting them from what? Lions, wolves, all type of predators, people that want to steal your shit. And King David was out there with a slingshot.
So he was out there probably far though too. Probably didn't probably see him for days or something, you know?
And I know this for a fact because my dad does this. He'll go farm and he'll go fucking far the fuck out there all by himself. And he tells me this and he's like, yeah, sometimes I'm scared. But I just say, get on the leash. You know? And he might not be right about all the kind of things, but at least he has a baby, you know? So just imagine King David facing the lion. That ain't nothing to me. I had lions and wolves. Just imagine protecting a sheep, man, getting mauled up by wolves or lions.
Yeah.
I know for a fact because one time I got pigeons, right? My uncle gave me white pigeons, white doves, and I built them a cage out of plastic. And a cat came overnight and pulled it, and it was such a horrible sound. I was like 12, and I thought to myself, I should go out there and protect them, but I was too scared. You know, too scared, and it was just a cat, but it was dark, and I couldn't see. And it woke me up in the bed. Just imagine King David. So we're not used to the things that we're used to. So when it says examine yourself to see if your faith is genuine, how do you even do that? You gotta compare yourself to the people in the scripture. There's no better person to do that.
Second Peter 1:1, because this is not our own thing. You know, this is what we have. This understanding.
All right. 2 Peter 1:20. Knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation.
It's not a private interpretation. That means that we didn't make this stuff up. You know, the Bible wasn't a made-up fairy tale. You know,
Jake's called it white man's book.
like the Christians, they try to make it like a fairy tale. You know, like they try to make a play. They try to do plays out of this. You know, but this is the Lord kills. You know, he ain't playing around.
Yeah. The Lord does kill, man, and he makes alive.
The man that wrote these scriptures, it's not of their own.
You know? 2 Peter 1:21. For the prophecy came not into old time by the will of man, but holy men of Yahweh spake as they were moved by the Holy Spirit or the Holy Ghost.
So they weren't just regular, ordinary men. They were men with the Holy Spirit. You know, how is it that they all the prophets spake of the same thing but different time periods?
You know,
They saw the same visions.
yeah, a lot of the prophets saw the America getting destroyed, man. You know, Ezra, John, Revelator, Isaiah, all these great men saw America getting destroyed, though. You know, by the time they didn't know it was this place, though, but they saw a place get destroyed. You know, John, the lake of fire, though.
How you gonna make up that prophecy? You know,
Yeah.
how you gonna make up a prophecy like that?
You can't make up a story like that. They'll put you in a cuckoo bin.
Is it just a coincidence?
Yeah. And there's no such thing as coincidence, man. I got a verse.
Yeah, that's like saying there's free will.
Yeah. Isaiah 8:1, it says, Moreover, the Most High said unto me, Take thee a great roll and write in it with a man's pen concerning my Harshasabas. It's like if I said it wrong though. But you see, but it says, Moreover, the Most High said unto me, Take thee a great roll and write in it with a man's pen. No? Come on now.
That means that the angel told him.
Yeah. How are you going to believe that?
The angel made him write it.
Well, for one, you got to be from the same tribe.
Yeah, and you have to be an Israelite too.
You have to have the same culture.
In order to write.
You have to have the same beliefs. Otherwise, everybody in this chart would be like, Moses, you're fucking crazy. You're retarded. What do you mean you talk to God face to face? Get the fuck out of here. And that's exactly what they said. And that's exactly why he killed 3,000 of them. Very beginning. That's why he killed that, what's it called? The Ethiopian?
Oh no, yeah.
That
With the slave? Yeah.
That half Israelite. I don't even know. And that was just to prove to you, motherfuckers, that you can't be no half Israelite. I got to do something. Matthew 17:5, the NLT. But even as he spoke, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and a voice from the cloud said, "This is my dearly loved son, who brings me great joy. Listen to him."
And these men, they're no ordinary men. Like that one song, this is no ordinary love. You know?
And that's what it is, because it's not ordinary. Just like in that movie, The Borderlands, you gotta love the clan more than you love your fucking family. The father said, "You're a runt. You're dishonor the whole clan."
You gotta have what they say, call it one love. You know, because there's many different kinds of loves.
Yeah.
There's the love that's tainted. You know,
Like this song. And you know what? I have to say this. That's what's going on in Babylon. You got husbands and wives, especially husbands letting their wives fuck other guys. Why? Because they're afraid to be alone. They're afraid to be without a woman. I got some fucking news for you. The minute you look at your wife and say, "Look, I'm tired of it. I don't want to be with you," guess what? You can have two wives, because she is not gonna leave. I know for a fact. I've been trying to do that for a while, and now I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna get another wife, but I'm not gonna tell her anything bad anymore, because that just, it doesn't do what I wanted it to do. I really wanted her to leave me, but she's like, "Fuck that! I know who you are.
Yeah.
I ain't leaving."
Yeah. Same thing. All would have left a long time ago. But they're like, what the fuck do you see in me that you don't fucking leave, right?
And they're not gonna tell you what they see.
Yeah, exactly. They're not gonna say shit.
Because it'll get into your fucking head.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like this brother. Like, I was so happy that I pulled him out of that motherfucking fire. That day, I remember that day crystal clear. Man, I'm gonna go to the church and see a prophet. Remember? And I was like, well, the prophets are over here. We prophet, blah blah blah. And he finally, somebody believed. You know? Fuck you. I need a break.
yeah, that's when everything started coming along. I started reading the Bible and started telling this brother about what I read.
Yeah.
Shit, you know, because like, see, I didn't know that.
Because it's important. And that's really why brothers tell everybody, because we don't know who's supposed to hear it. Did I read this one? I got another precept. 2 Peter 1:21, the NLT. Actually, let me read 1:20 and 21. Above all, you must realize that no prophecy in Scripture ever came from the prophet's own understanding or from human initiative. No, those prophets were moved by the Holy Spirit, and they spoke from Yahweh.
So they spoke with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
Crying on his fucking name. And I told him, "You're tired though. That's the internet for time. What do you do with it?"
That's not wise, you know, to write on. You know,
I didn't do this. I did this.
Yeah, it's jackass. But I mean, that he deserved that, air. It's fucking tired.
Well, you got nowhere, brother.
No?
It was right on the literal rim. That
Oh,
tire
was it?
was.
Oh, I didn't get to see it.
Okay, let's talk about that. You didn't get a chance to see it, but my eyes seen it, and I got fucking terrible eyes. It makes me wonder why the fuck I get to see little things like that. Seriously. Like, I take my glasses off, and I can't read a fucking thing. I put them on and barely can read it. But I seen that motherfucker front. That's the first thing I seen. All that front. rim was exposed and you could see inside it, and the tire was.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's nice.
That's a lot of information,
Yeah.
right? So verse 21 says, "For from human initiative, no, those prophets were moved by the Holy Spirit." Well, he was moved by something else. He thought I was like, "Hey, really? No, the tire is fucked up. We're gonna mess up the rim."
And those men are back today, which are great, men of great millstones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then
It's not speaking about IUIC,
that should tell you a whole lot because IUIC they have this thing where they do AI and they put the elders in the positions of where they're flying around and
Yeah, yeah, that
super, you
all
seen
that
it?
fucking yeah, yeah.
Superpowers and especially with Nate, he's like holding white Jesus and come on, man,
Yeah.
you're making him, you're fucking him up.
And they call themselves the elect, right? It's like, doesn't it say in the scriptures that you're gonna have new bodies? Well, how the fuck are you gonna look still the same? You know what I'm saying though? Because in scripture it talks about when you enter the chariot though, you're gonna have a new body though. So you're gonna be perfect though. How are you gonna look still you're gonna go and still look the same and come down as the elect though? You know what I'm saying? We don't know how we're the hopeful elect though, Lord will, but we don't know how we're gonna look though when we come out of the chariot. You know what I'm saying though? We're gonna probably be dark though, man. We're probably we're gonna look different.
Bigger.
Yeah, probably
different.
bigger. Gonna have an afro or something though, we don't know how we're gonna look though, but the thing is though, it's like, how are you gonna get saved, right, and then come back and still look the same, still got a fucked up tooth, or you got, what I'm saying, no, overweight.
Oh shit, hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense though, man.
And the beautiful thing is, every like John, he said he was in this chariot. He looked down and he's seen what he's seen. But what happened after that? He came down and he was sick.
Oh yeah.
Daniel was sick. Ezra was sick. And then after I seen those visions, I got sick. But we can't function on that high spiritual level with these bodies. So how the fuck are you gonna put yourself in a position where this body that you have right now is a superpower body?
You're gonna be able to be a celestial, like down. It's aggressive.
At the very least, acknowledge your suffering. Be real about it. Like, we know that if you have dark skin, you're not gonna get sunburned. But if you have light skin, you might need to put suntan lotion. Shit, if we had the perfect bodies, we'd be wearing t-shirts.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
We'd be hot.
We'd be hot. We'd just,
Go to Romans 12 and 3. Speaking about bodies, and Yahushai, he's the body, and we all are parts of the body.
We all have a purpose. Romans 12 and 3. For I say through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as God hath dealt to every man the measure of faith.
That's IUIC. When you're IUIC making animations on it, right?
It says, don't think of yourself better than what you are. And that's what Nate Bishop does. He got a horse, and he's on the high horse.
Sure is.
Literal.
But he's gonna fall off that high horse.
He's making himself, think he's better than what he is, but he's supposed to be here in Babylon for morning.
Yeah, because isn't he somewhere right now? He's got the country or some shit.
He's always, taking trips.
Right.
Africa, he always goes to Africa.
Yeah.
Probably has a catering service.
Last time I heard he was in Atlanta, they bought land or some shit. That's the last I heard about that dude. The fucking lawnmower chair and shit, all relaxing though. You know what I'm saying? That's the last I heard about dude.
Rich.
He is.
Yeah, he got money though.
He's got that 501c3 working for him. Everything he buys is tax free.
See, dude is making his kingdom here. You know what I'm saying? He's comfortable for his decision though.
All of you IUIC.
It's like he's in the kingdom already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His kingdom's here,
How's he gonna be in the kingdom and then go to the kingdom?
You're gonna have a better kingdom. See,
if you set yourself yourself high right now, you're gonna be low in the kingdom.
That's a scripture.
Yeah.
And
All
it says,
over it.
do
Okay.
not,
I
Oh,
got it coming up.
yes,
oh, okay,
It's
got
coming up to
it.
it.
and it says not to think himself more highly than he ought to be.
So really, we're just pieces of shit. You know? What's that one?
Righteousness is filthy rags. That's it.
Yeah, because think about your day. Think about how hard it is and how tired you get at the end of that day.
That's where I'm at right now. I mean,
Yeah,
I already went to work, but and it's the end of my day right now.
and you're fucking tired, right? You just want rest. Like you would, like if you had a choice between eating and resting, you probably choose rest.
That's what has to come first.
But one day we're gonna be in the kingdom and we won't even have to deal with that bullshit. Not this day. I ain't gonna buy myself a fucking big old giant plot of land. And I don't know what you're doing to those brothers, but I'm pretty sure you're getting tithes off them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And each one of those IUIC brothers, they all have jobs, good jobs. They have 401ks. I know this, man.
Oh yeah, they probably got the good jobs because they're worldly though, you know. These motherfuckers are getting the good jobs though, you know.
You know how I know this? Because you guys all do it on the weekend, on Saturday or Sunday. You never do it on a day that's like we're doing it. We're doing it because we have to help each other out. We don't got time during the week. We don't got time Saturday. We got time, perfect time today. But you guys do something that I'm noticing. We all got lined up beards, lined up haircut. Look at my phone. I can't afford to buy a haircut. I could, but then I would be hurting, right? Those are filthy rags.
Because also the bodies of dark, chains of darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Our bodies are chains of darkness.
Damn, and you know that doesn't mean that we're black. It means that we're supposed to be in mourning.
The house of mourning right now.
Our bodies break down. You know?
Man, I got sick last week. Oh God,
Yeah.
fucked up. Like I felt like those people that are what's called fentanyl. They're like
Yeah.
like I had to go home and I took the class and I was like, man, I feel like fucking like I'm not here.
Yeah, one of those. Yeah.
And then I got home, I slept all day, and I woke up and I still felt kind of bad. So how are you gonna function like that? You gotta examine yourself, right? Like the previous scripture said.
So Nate Bishop, he's really hurting the body of Mashiach. He's like that tire.
Anyway,
Yeah, on rim.
I got the Romans 12:4.
Yeah, on rim.
Just as our bodies have many parts, each part has a special function.
All the camps have a different function. Some are to speak the truth, and some are not.
Yeah.
You don't have to get married to a sister in your church, and IUIC has the most women in the church. And I know you guys got a special program where you make these women pay, and then you set them up with a brother, and then you make them marry. That's fucking insane.
Yeah. Why is it like you don't have to worry about another man's woman though? That's his woman though, man.
Let me pick my own disaster, please.
Yeah. What the fuck you getting into like the people's relationships and shit, man?
And remember,
That's weird, man.
I told you, brothers, if you think a woman is pretty, talk to her, and then you'll be sorry that you thought she was pretty, because she's gonna tell on herself. What do the women tell on themselves?
Yeah. You're like, man, what the fuck is this bitch? Though I just seen this earlier clip though. A rapper asked a woman, "Hey, who's on the $100 bill?" And this bitch said, "Benjamin Washington." And she was pretty. She's pretty though, right? But her just answering that though goes to show like, man, this bitch is stupid. She said the dude just asked him, right? And then this guy is rapping Blueface, and he literally has that fucking Ben Franklin on his face. Yeah. And he asked the girl, right? Like, hey, so who's on the $100 bill? Benjamin Washington. Who the fuck is that?
She never had to pay for anything in her life because
Oh
she's
no,
so fucking pretty.
she's a pretty bitch, but like, you just made her look so stupid though. You know, like it's unattractive though. You know.
So, about that, you guys don't pick pretty bitches. They are stupid and full of delusions. Even ugly bitches are.
Yeah, you now heavy set bitches think they have status.
Damn.
Get the fuck out of here.
They have the nastiest bodies. I call them Dorito bitches because they have a Dorito
Oh, you
top.
said that this. Oh, last week was like this.
Goodness gracious, man. How you gonna think you're so fucking sexy like that? And you know what? That woman, she's in her right mind because this is her world.
I got this. 1 Corinthians 12 and 24, it says, for our commonly parts have no need, but God hath tempered the body together, having given more abundant honor to the part which lacketh. See?
Like brother was saying earlier about harmony. I was saying that there's a group called Bone Thugs and Harmony, and when they all sing, it sounds nice, you know.
It's a nice melody though.
Yeah, like a melody. But if one singer is off, it's gonna make the song not sound good.
Yeah, like this brother. You can see, and this brother speaking, we're quiet. This brother speaking, we're quiet. And I'm speaking, they're quiet. It's called harmony. Try going to a concert, and then everybody's fucking singing at the same time, different fucking parts of the song.
You're gonna notice it right away. Or hear it notice it right away.
Yeah. Make another.
Luke 14:7, and read on down, maybe to like 11.
All right.
Because it's like a story. You can get the NLT.
All right. The NLT is Luke 14, verses 7 to 11 in the NLT. When Yahushua noticed that all had come to dinner, were trying to sit in the seats of honor near the head of the table, he gave them this advice. When you are invited to a wedding feast, do not sit in the seat of honor. What if someone who is more distinguished than you has also been invited? The host will come and say, give this person your seat. Then you will be embarrassed, and you will have to take whatever seat is left at the foot of the table. Instead, take the lowest place at the foot of the table. Then when your host sees you, he will come and say, friend, we have a better place for you. Then you will be honored in front of all the other guests. For those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted.
So the story is that he got invited to a wedding, and he just wanted to sit, in the honor chair, the chair of honor. But it's better to take the low chair, the lowest chair, like not to put yourself on high, yeah, yeah. So not to don't when you're coming to don't be selfish, because you have to think about the brothers too, because the brothers they have needs too,
We're all the same people.
This brother's coming from out of town, and like this brother barely waking up, so
We all have different fucking things.
Yeah.
We're all at different stages in our life, right? This is a perfect example because we all have to sit down at the table before we start eating.
yeah, because before we feed ourselves, we have to feed the sheep. The Most High, Yahushua said,
Feed my sheep.
yeah,
If you let me, feed my sheep.
Because he ended up cook though, someone that cooked, and the cook though, he cooks for everybody though. And once he sees everyone satisfied, hey, you guys don't want any seconds though, or you guys are good and everything. All right, cool. Then he'll start eating though, you know. I mean, I'm saying the cooks do that.
That's a good analogy right there. Because let's say we all go to the wedding, and there's in the most, in the preferred spot, like shade, got fans, there's no flies. But there's another table here, it's got flies and it's the very worst part. But you don't know whether the person that's throwing the wedding sees you as an honored guest or just a regular motherfucker.
Yeah.
You could just be the homie. Hey man, let me kick it. Nowhere did he say, go sit with all my honored guests. No.
Just got invited to it, but
Most likely that table's for the father of the wife and the father of the husband and the brother and whoever's older, right? How the fuck are you gonna go sit up in there on that seat of honor, mate?
and that's what Nate's doing right now, you know? He's setting himself on that seat of honor, though. He already wants his crown already, though, you know?
You ain't gonna get another crown, homie.
Yep. You ain't gonna get that one, though, you
You
know?
already got your crown.
Yeah. With that worldly crown, though, you know? Which I think he did wear one, didn't he? He actually, one of the Passovers, or I forgot what it was.
Yeah, and it was made of gold, too.
Yeah, it was made of gold, though. See, like, what about Second Ezra, the second chapter, when it talks about the tall man, which is representing Yahweh Shai, that he's gonna put the crown on the pretty much the electo, not pretty much the electo. You know what I'm saying? What about that part?
I don't need to have that.
Yeah. See, and that's what Nate's doing though. He's putting himself up there like that, man. He doesn't want to humble himself though. You know, he don't even go out there and speak no more. He don't even got his men out there and speak like that. You know, he's doing all this shit for what? He had his man out there in the Super Bowl too. He had the IUIC LA, I think it was out there in the Super Bowl, man, marching. He's like, nigga, you tried to do that shit one time already with Kyrie Irving. That nigga did not even acknowledge you guys. He called you guys. He thought you guys were a college Omega motherfucking shit, man.
That's exactly what you guys look like.
Yeah.
Oh man, see how the wicked got there? They know.
Yeah.
Like, man, this guy's a fucking. Because they see that shit, and it's a worldly thing.
It is. It's a worldly thing.
And you know, if you are a person that's like, oh, they're marching, I want to march. Then you just want to get seen.
That's all it is, man.
To march, because I know that speaking is tough. But if you're just marching,
that's easy. Just walking, marching, looking pretty,
doing whatever you're told to do.
Yeah. That's why Paul Tahar, Spark calls them the Nathan's minions of God's zombies. Yeah.
Everybody else in the IUIC is a yellow minion.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Luke 14 and 11. For those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted.
So when you come to this truth, the Most High comes first. You know, so before you do anything, you have to put out your video. You know, before you do anything in the day, you have to make sure that your videos are up and you're going to camp. You know, that's humbling yourself. That by doing that, we're gonna be exalted in the kingdom. Because we're sacrificing ourselves right now.
So when you put up a video, and I know it's hard to tell, but sometimes the algorithm hides your shit. It could be the thing of the week. Like right now, what's going on is Donald Trump, right? Donald Trump shitting himself. Or World War III, or Epstein file, or anything, right? And the algorithm will watch your video while it's uploading, and it'll say, okay, well this is gonna help people. You gotta put it way in the fucking back. Nobody can find it. And we're not even gonna push it. Because what happens is people do what's called doom scrolling. Shorts. And your short should pop up too. But sometimes it doesn't. And
like the scripture says, put not off put not off the Lord.
not off lay the Lord.
Yeah. Because if you're just other things, instead of, your last video was 3 weeks or 4 weeks ago, whatever, that, that means you're putting off the Lord, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
So brothers have different channels. Like I have 3 channels on the YouTube, and I know YouTube's gonna shut my shit down. But I also have Rumble, and there's another one, right? But those ones, like it's hard because
Odyssey.
yeah, Odyssey. So you have Odyssey and Rumble, but those ones are difficult because you're supposed to be able to patch your shit to your own video, right? So you see that you're on this channel too. And that's supposed to be a free service. How come you guys don't do that? What they do for me is they'll take my shit down, man, and they'll take his down, and they'll take his down. We have to make different channels, and we have to fight with the algorithm. We have to- So I was trying to put a short up, and it was telling me it can't load. So the short is 40 seconds, and it's telling me it can't load. So I pop it down to 30 seconds, saying it can't load. I pop it down to 20 seconds, it can't load. I pop it down to 12 seconds, it can't load. Now I pop it down to 8 seconds, and it loaded. But the whole message is like,
You gotta within 8 seconds.
so man, that's hard to do because it's kind of discouraging. Like you want to put your video, you want to do your work, and
Yeah,
then
because I tried to look for your channel on Rumble, and I couldn't even find it.
yeah,
And I literally typed exact the way you have it on your channel, and I couldn't find it on Rumble. But I made one too, though.
yeah, and I can't find yours.
Exactly. So I was like, what the fuck? Like,
And I know you know because I asked you, what's your channel name? Like twice. So when I do that, it's because I can't find it.
yeah. Because I screenshot it and put it in the group chat, and I seen yours on the group chat too, and I couldn't find it. Yeah, I can't find it.
So we're not only going against men, we're going against fucking AI. Hey,
I gotta do something. Galatians 5:13 it says, "For brethren, ye have been called into liberty. Only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh, but by love serve one another." See, you know what I'm saying? You find out, who you are. Out there, doing the work though, man. Not doing the worldly stuff how you used to do. So, serve one another is by what? Also too putting up the videos, man. You're edifying the sheep though, the flock though, man. You're edifying. You're putting up these videos, coming out here in camp though. Guess what? Oh, brother comes in, like, oh, brother, you don't got money for gas or something, brother? Hey, I got you for trip. That's love, man. You know what I mean? That's true love, man. So, like I said, you become, who you are though. But if you stop being the same nigga, you using so much liberty over to the flesh too much, man. You know? Yeah. Vacationing and shit.
he's not even vacationing because he stays out there for fucking 3 or 4 months, man. You only get 2 weeks of vacation from every job.
So it's a lifestyle now.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
I bet you they got their own fucking jet.
I was gonna say yeah, jet or something, a boat or something,
And the people in Africa don't even want your stupid asshole.
Yeah, didn't they get fucking
They got
gas
beat.
though or some shit?
Yeah, they got fucked up.
Yeah. So they don't want you there.
And you know what? I know for a fact that every brother that went with you had to pay for their own seat in the plane, had to pay for their own hotel where they stayed.
I think so.
Yeah. And then you guys go out to eat, saying, and you know who does this a lot? CEOs. They'll say, I'm taking a business trip, but they'll do private shit. You're the CEO of 2/3, okay?
You got Philippians 2:2.
And I love Philippians. Just Philippians 2:2. Fulfill ye my joy, that ye be like-minded, having the same love, being of one accord, of one mind.
And really, the only people are doing that are Great Millstone, because you don't see the other camps being on one accord.
Yeah, remember they tried to do that, what do they call it? And they ended up fighting ICPK and IUIC. They ended up fucking up one of the members.
That shit is hilarious.
Because
Because you guys are the house of Saul. Saul is envious of King David.
they're the house of Saul, but they wear different colors. But
Yeah.
they still under the same umbrella.
Like it's a good thing when the brothers speak on the truth. You don't be cutting them off like, and then start swinging at each other. How the hell does that make the whole community look
Bad,
real bad?
yeah.
Does it get the next verse?
Verse 3, Philippians 2 and 3. Let nothing be done through strife and vain glory, but in lowliness of mind let each esteem other better than themselves.
So it says, treat the next brother better than yourself. You know, look at the apostles. You know, they're live all day. You know, all day they're just live. You know, they're treating us better than themselves.
Us first before them.
Constant edification.
Comforting, comforting the hopeful elect.
You know? And
They're doing that because they're gonna get a higher seat.
when I go to class, I listen to the What is Mark 666 channel. And then sometimes I get to where I'm going and I'm like, damn, it's still playing. And I have to go inside but I start listening to it because listening to the apostle is a lesson. It's a lesson, right? And then how do you apply that lesson? Maybe well, just look at how GMS dresses. You could tell that we are all hard-working people. Look how IUIC, they all wear the same suit. And look at their pants. Their pants are those pants, cargo pants with pockets, and their black boots, police issue boots. Fuck, I bet you most of those IUIC brothers are cops.
Because they have a protocol.
Right? Yeah. You gotta start. You gotta pretend it.
I did not call the police station and say, hey, bro, around 10:55, y'all go ahead and make yourself. I'm gonna be preaching about it. No, today is his lesson.
And it was two that passed by.
77 and 74.
I got the definition of lowness. It says meek or humble state of mind. See, this is in a modest manner. Didn't Yahweh Shai made himself low when he came in the donkey though? That was,
He even gave up his job.
right. Or for the poor, right? Essentially.
He could have built furniture for the Romans.
Made money though. Straight money though. Yep, that was it.
Get the next verse.
Philippians 2 and 3. Or the 4. Which one do you want? 4. Philippians 2 and 4. Look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others.
The things of others, is that our people are trying to get this truth. So we have to give it to them. And that's their interest, They're interested in this truth, and we have to make sure that we're giving the right truth.
And it's tangible, right? Even though you can't see it, you can't put it in your hand, you can't put it in your pocket, you can put it in your mind. And then it'll help you change and then becomes tangible. You know?
Or like let's say we cook up a hot plate. You better get that plate while it's hot.
That's the
It's
same, isn't that the same too in the world? Get it while it's hot.
not that plate's gonna be tangible.
It's gonna get cold.
It's gonna be for no good,
Especially a steak, right? You have to eat that steak fucking sizzling.
Yeah, that's when shit's good though,
And I can taste it in my tongue, right? As I'm explaining it to you. That's exactly how you should be when we're explaining the scriptures. This should be in your motherfucking head.
This brother had told me before too is you gotta get air scrape the thing off the plate all the food off the plate. You know.
Yeah.
And they told me that.
That must
You
have
gotta
been a
get
good ass
all
plate.
you gotta get all the meat off the bone.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like when we have the Passover's coming up. We eat all the lamb. We eat the wine. I remember I got a bottle of wine. This brother liked it.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good.
Was
I
it
didn't
last-
get
was
the,
it
I
talking
didn't
about
get
last
the,
year's?
yeah, I didn't get the cheap shit. I didn't think about myself. Oh, I only got this. No, I'm not gonna put that one more expensive. Not because I wanted to show off, but because I know it was gonna taste better. And not only that, I didn't get anything that would go against the meat. I got the one that goes with the meat. I got the Noir, the Pinot Noir. It goes with lamb. And then we ate it. The lamb was fucking good.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
And the wine was good.
So when you were explaining it to that day, though, yeah, it makes sense with everything you're saying. Like it does go with the lamb, though. You know,
Mhm.
it's good with the lamb. I'm like, yeah, it does good.
You can have Pepsi with a motherfucking lamb. Pepsi is not a fucking wine. Sure, you can have Pepsi. You know what? I'm at the point where, you know, everything's fucked up. There's nothing that we can say. Oh, we know this food is good. No, all the drinks are bad. The air is bad.
Yeah, the air. Man, a couple days ago, I was seeing a bunch of Kim Chows, man. You know, a bunch of them. I'm
Look
like,
at
what the
them. They're
fuck?
right there.
Yeah. And there was just straight fucking lines, man. It looked like a little kid got a paper with spray and he started doing little fucking. That's how the sky looked. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's not supposed to be like that.
Yeah. So the brothers, right about that. Everything's polluted. I mean, it's how in Ezekiel we're gonna be in a place where the food's pretty much polluted, though.
And the best part about preaching the Bible is you have to be humble because you're standing this on your 10 toes. You have to be humble. There's no other way to do it. There's no other way. Like, sure, people come up and they'll be like, you gotta humble yourself after they talk to me. Well, this is me being humble. I'm also prepared to knock your fucking ass out. Fight you. If you're bigger than me, you might beat me up. But it's not gonna be a free one. You know? It's not gonna be easy. So the reason why you think I'm not humble is because I see you as a threat. I see you as a threat when you're coming up here talking to me about this and that, and why you're doing this and why you're doing that. I see you as a threat. And you don't understand it because I do this. And people don't see what I see. One time this guy was over here, he was in that fancy car, he put his finger on my chest. I seen the whole finger coming slow, and I looked at him like 5, 6 times, and I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And he put his hand on my chest,
Oh yeah,
and he said, you're just like me. And then I put my hand on his chest, and I poked him in the fucking bone.
yeah.
Well, he didn't say it, but I heard him. You know, I see you as a threat, man. Don't come up to me talking about, you gotta do it like this, you gotta do it like that. I gotta do it like he said, man.
Yeah, dude said he knew of the word. And he was Israelite though, but he was still warned me though, you know.
He's like, you guys don't have to come out here, we already know. Fuck you, man.
Yeah, that's against scripture, man.
So that's why people have a problem with me, and they're always like, you gotta be humble. No, I am humble, you just don't see it. I see you as a threat, so I have to, you know.
Like there's a saying, we are not non-violent to those who are violent to us.
That's a good fucking saying. Because that's the thing. My role, I take it very serious. I protect them. And it's not because it's something that I want to do. It's just the way he built me. Like I'll notice things. I'll be like, little fucking things. Oh, that tire's flat. Hey, you tired? I'll notice things. Oh, number 77 and 74. Like I notice fucking things. He made me a little bit different. But that's okay. I'm not saying that he made me better. He made us all almost the same. Little tweaks here and there. Like, I love to read. I'll if I had to do a lesson, I kind of feel sad because I want to read. And you guys know that when I'm talking about it, I'll get my own scriptures, right? That's because I love to read.
Luke 18 and 9 because it's kind of like a little story. Luke 18 9 through 14.
And Luke was a doctor. 9 to 18.
Yeah.
He was very smart. You can't be a stupid motherfucker and be a physician. You can't be a stupid motherfucker and be a nurse.
Oh,
That
yeah,
thing
yeah.
knew
You gotta
shit.
do shit,
So this guy was like, he wasn't alive when Yahushua was walking around. He came afterwards. He was like, I heard about this great man. And he went around talking to everybody he could, confirming it. All right, so Luke 18, verses 9 through 18. Oh, 9 to 14. Satan doesn't want this to come out. Sending cards, all that. All right. Luke 18, 9, verse 9 through 14. And he spake this parable unto certain which trusted in themselves, that they were righteous, and despised others. Two men went up into the temple to pray, the one a Pharisee, the other a publican. The Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself, God, I thank thee that I am not as other men are, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even as this publican. I fast twice in a week. I give tithes to all that I possess. And the publican standing afar off would not lift up so much as his eyes, not unto heaven, but smote his breast, saying, God, be merciful unto me, a sinner. I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other. For everyone that exalted himself shall be abased, and he that humbled himself shall be exalted.
So the story is that the Pharisee, he was supposed to be a man of the Lord, and he was always praying and giving. He was fasting and giving tithes. But the Most High didn't hear him, because he didn't consider himself,
He thought he was a perfect man,
He didn't even go the extra mile.
He thought he was just so perfect, though. That he was just so perfect. Better than everyone.
he didn't confess, to the Lord, like the tax collector did.
Yeah. And the tax collector was mad at him.
He said, he told the Most High, be merciful, because I'm a sinner. That's being humble.
That's the story of Matthew.
But like Nate, he's over here thinking he's following the whole law.
Yeah. He's the beauty in that story,
And look at that's his story, right? That story is about Matthew, because Matthew was a publican. He was a tax collector. You guys just read shit.
Yeah.
Not putting it together.
It said that he wouldn't even look up, look his eyes into heaven, because he was so shameful.
The word is powerful, man.
What do you think I am? A reed blown in the wind?
Yeah.
You see, but let me tell you what the Pharisee was saying. He was like, the Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself, and he said, Lord, I thank thee that I am not as other men.
He already considered himself saved.
Yeah, like Christians though. Yeah.
Because the other men are extortioners, unjust,
Other
adulterers,
men are the 2/3.
adulterers, or even as his publican. And you know what? I'm a filthy dog, man, because I can't help my eyes when there's a fine hyena. Like you Mexican women have my number. Dark hair, you can be ugly as fuck. You have dark hair, thin waist, big boobies, and a big ass. Damn. You know how I know you got my number? Because I'm not myself when I'm around you. You know? Like all of a sudden I'm talking. Hey, hi, But I'm saying that because that could be adultery. I don't know if they're married. What I'm trying to say is I can't control myself. I'm not gonna go to God and say, thank you, and I'm not gonna help you. No, man. I can't help it.
Just like how it says,
now they got a ring on their finger, but sometimes you can't even see that shit, man.
But you're still wearing the ring with the tight ass dress.
With the fucking short ass shorts, yeah.
Crossing your legs in front of me.
It's like the internet. You can go on the internet and anybody could watch.
Porn or whatever.
Yeah.
Women touching themselves with OnlyFans.
Little kids can be watching that.
Exactly. Yeah, they do watch that. That's why they made Roblox.
Yeah.
You see all those dangerous things.
Yeah. Well, one of the Kardashian, the son saw I think the sex tape of the Kim Kardashian, or didn't see it, but saw the thumbnail.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And that's what happens, man. That's why we're telling you be good, bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Stay the fuck at home.
Yeah, that's why in the scriptures, the book of Sirach tells you not to give your daughter over liberty. The reason is because she go out there and make a mistake, though, man, and bring shame to your own household, man.
I am so glad that was rough on my daughter. Like when she would act crazy, it would be like a hockey game. I would boom, check her into the wall. Man, you don't act like that to all my kids, man, because I don't want to lose them to Satan.
Bro, yeah.
So I would make myself look crazy, and then everybody would be like, "You're crazy, you're crazy." Okay, I'm gonna be a grandpa now. She didn't do nasty things. She's not on anything, and her baby won't be looking at a thumbnail of her mom doing nasty things.
Yeah, Roblox.
You know?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And that's what they're trying to warn you about, but you don't want to hear it. Like you don't know what the future holds.
Exactly.
So why are you going up to God saying, "Thank you that I am not like these people"? Because I fast twice a week. I get tithes of all that I possess. I'm not like this publican.
So that guy thinks he's sin free.
Exactly.
But I bet you he died like died like all of us.
Yeah. I don't know if you got the story about the woman that John the King the Yahweh told the Pharisees though was pick up the stone, and if you know what I mean, and they ended up what?
Nothing. They just walked away.
Walked away. Because why? Because they have sins on themselves too, though, man. They weren't all righteousness though, you know. They're like, oh, hey, they try to, going to the law of Moses, this and adulterous woman, got to stone her to death. Like, all right though. So whatever he wrote, it must have been a lot. Yahweh on the ground. Like, all right, well, hey, you don't have a sin on you though. Hey, throw the first stone.
Man, he was writing out all their fucking sins.
Well, yeah, because he was on grandpa for a while though, writing their sins, though, man. You know. So we know he ain't perfect though, and that woman in that story just represented Israel too. You know, they just what he tell her, hey, you repent, don't sin no more. You know.
Because if that woman would have been caught cheating on him, she would have got stoned immediately.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have been alive to meet Yahweh. No, that was just a story of us going on.
See? So if you're trying to be saved by the law, you're in the wrong spirit though, man. You know? What about Yahweh though? He don't matter or what? You know? The one that matters though. And we're not saying, hey, break all the laws though, hold them to your best of your ability, but we know ourselves that we can't though. Hold all the laws though, man. 613. In this captivity though, nah, hell no, man. Man, we just sit and walk on a fucking pig right now, man. On the way over here, we're sitting right now because of our clothing though, man. This ain't all the same clothing, man. Different material. My pants probably has like 3-4 different materials, man. So we're sitting right now as we speak though, man, but it's not willingly, you know?
We're sorry about it.
Yeah.
Like, man, you know how many times we go off without knowing?
Like, we don't know.
It's so hard to be a good man now. But you could be going to a store, I feel like buying my wife something, and get a pair of pants. But people try on pairs of pants, right? But this woman was on her period, you tried that shit, now you touched it, now you're contaminated. You're defiled. You're supposed to stay the fuck away for 8 days. But we didn't know that.
You think we have a house where we can put our woman in the back home? She's on the rack?
Damn.
We don't have another house.
I was gonna say that's why the scripture says to rehearse the righteous acts.
Oh, just about love.
Yeah. So
Practice mercy.
so we keep practicing and we get better. We get better at keeping the law.
Yeah, like the pretty good.
Might be better.
Yeah, you put that.
If there is one.
There will be one because that's how the Lord plays things out. By the time the Passover, it's something dramatic happens.
The shit might be out.
Man, Lord will. You know, they're
This
already
place-
used. Motherfuckers are already getting that shit, man.
This place is dirty, man. And
It's very good because I had the Epstein files came out though. But you know when they're doing that shit, it's because Esau's doing something else inside though.
Covering
Man.
it up.
Like what is he cooking up right now? You know, like why is he putting it out right now? At the time though, what is he cooking up in the kitchen though, man? You know what is he up his sleeve right now? You know?
like that one song says, cook in the kitchen, cooking up a hot plate. You know that plate's gonna be fucking radioactive because he has super soldiers, genetically modified animals, robots, drones, satellites. This dude, and I only mentioned four, but in between those four, there's categories. Esau's that wicked scientist, you know? The blacksmith.
Let's go back to Philippians 2, 14 and 15.
Verse 14 and 15. Do all things without murmurings and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among ye shine as lights in the world.
That's what it comes down to, is that do all things without murmurings and disputings, that we may be blameless and harmless. And it says the sons of God. You know?
Oh,
We're the sons of God. You know?
people hate it. Everybody hates it. Yeah, it's son. It's son. But then it also says, among ye shall shine as lights in the world.
You can't tell me these people right here don't shine like lights.
Each
How
one
special.
of these, each one of these people,
Especially the prophets.
the Cubans especially, man, they're the best fucking boxers, man. Look at Yoel Romero.
Oh yeah, that dude. They said that his neck is like,
He's fused, he
is-
can't,
it's-
he- but he's still fucking beating motherfuckers down.
yeah, he's like, I think he's short. He's like this tall. I think.
Like 5'8" or well, really that.
I thought he was like short. You know, I thought he was short. Oh man, that's Mighty Mouse. One of them
Yeah,
is short.
Mighty Mouse is badass too.
Yeah, one of them is short though. You know,
Yeah, Mighty Mouse is a short one.
Yeah.
Yoel's like 6 feet tall.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah.
But still, his neck is fucking fused.
The doctors even say, "Where'd you find this guy at?" You know, they're just surprised at how
Yeah.
strong.
They looked in his retina. He's got.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
They looked in his retina and it was healing while the fucking doctor was looking at it.
Yeah. Hey, that's power though,
Yeah.
man.
But I share that same power. I'm gonna toot my own horn. Beep beep. I was working, putting vinyl siding on the window. Let's say this is a window. You put vinyl on the bottom so it can look nice, right? And I was going in a hurry, and I put the bottom piece and I cut it and it sliced my retina. This one. And it healed the next day.
Well, it's the same story that you shared. Trampoline, right?
Oh,
When you say you broke it and you
and I
it
was
was that
like,
same moment, right?
yeah. Oh, ouch, I think very much.
It's like
I'm not afraid to be in the moment. If I hit my hand with the hammer, the moment says cry, I'm gonna fucking cry. Ain't no way I'm gonna be like, I'll be right back. No, it's right then and there. That's why I'm saying I'm a filthy rag, because when I see that female right then and there, it's not like I'm staring at her. I'm really trying to avoid that stare. But her body's just so fucking banging. And I'm such an naughty boy. You know? Yes, sir. Philippians 2:14 and 15. Do all things without murmurings and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world.
So us shining as lights, that represents knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, because we're in the middle of a perverse and crooked nation. You know, and understand the law, statutes, and commandments.
Hey, and what happens when you, let's say you're asleep middle of the night, good sleep, you're fucking good sleep, you got other people inside your house, and you have to turn on the light. Everybody's like this. Oh man, I see, look tonight, I should get my eyes used to. So when people, the perverse nation, like the 2/3, they'll look at us and they can't stand the light. They're like this. Fuck out of here. That's why they'll say shit to you that doesn't make sense. They'll call you things that you know you fucking hate.
Because that's when we tell them the truth, and then they reject the truth.
Yeah, like who do you think you are? Hakeem Olajuwon? This ain't no basketball game. I ain't taking the fucking fast lane or fast break to the court. You don't have to swat that shit every time.
I got a precept. Matthew 5:16 it says, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. That's what he's doing right now.
And people will say, oh, you're a weirdo. Oh, you're J-Cat. Oh, you're this, you're that. That's because my light is bothering you.
Oh, it's too bright for them.
Too fucking bright.
Too bright for them.
And what you really hate the most is I know that my light is bright. Look at what I'm wearing. My mom said that's an ugly color. But it looks beautiful to me. I'm colorblind. I can't see the other colors. I can't see red. I can see green. I can see brown. I can see dirt, tan. That's a white car. That's a black truck. But the Lord won't let me see different colors. Right? But why is that? Am I worried about it? No, because that's how He made me, right? That's how He made me. And no matter what you do, people are gonna be. Why do you believe in that? Why do you believe in that? All you believe in is hate. Well, what they're trying to say is you're too shiny.
Father.
Your light is bothering you. Why can't you be like me?
Yeah, like that fucking Edomite over there that we were literally across his house and shit, you know?
I can hear you screaming.
Like, it wasn't even the fact that what we were saying aloud, it was what we were saying, but our presence that was bugged him.
You told me that, right? You said you guys were just here all the time.
Yeah, you started over there, but now you're fucking over here, you know? And I was just like, so be it, bro, you know? And it was our last day being there, you know? So that's the thing, though, man. So we knew our presence. That's why I told him. So you could literally hear us from inside your house, though. And I was like, your house must be really quiet, man. How the fuck you can hear it, but you hear the cars that were passing by are louder than us speaking. But it was our presence, man. I would at least respected, dude. But which I don't respect, dude. If he at least had the tendency to say, well, it's because you guys were here, man. But nigga, I would have at least a little respect for you, though. But because the fact that you were just being around the bush, though, man, it was like, motherfucker, be real with it, man. You're a fucking man, right? You look like an ex-comic nigga.
Yeah, you was.
Yeah, it's like, motherfucker, be real. Our presence, be real. Tell us that us being here, you don't like it, man. Instead of using, we're too loud, or you're over there and you're over here. Motherfucker, shut the fuck up, man, and you should have been real with it, man. You know? And I didn't do this shit because that was literally our last day there. I even told dude, though, man, that we're gonna move somewhere else, though. But that's the thing, man. Our shyness, our brightness is bugging that Edomite. Now that motherfucker don't even live there, I think.
No, that house got condemned.
Yeah, it's condemned. Yeah, boarded up and shit, man.
And it's always you fucking ex-cons, man. You guys are weirder. You guys are taking. Dude, you've been living with other men for how long? I don't know how long.
Showering.
You probably get boners looking at them. You know? And that's true. I'm not lying. I'm not saying things. I'm not inventing lies. There's this dude called Woody Bandit. They always do fucking podcasts on him, and they always ask him questions. And the first thing he said is, I was never like this. First time I ever had sex was with a man.
Crazy, man.
That's weird.
Crazy, man.
And the whole thing is there's a large percentage of people that are actually weirdos. You got pedophiles and everything.
Yeah. And the homo thugs. Tupac niggas in there. homo thugs.
How you gonna be in a system where they call you gay, dog?
Yeah.
Like I didn't know what zesty meant until I said it, and my sons were laughing at me. I was playing video games and I'm like killing people and I'm doing good and I'm like, yeah, I'm the zestiest motherfucker in the
They
game.
told you, yeah.
And then they were like, yeah, you sure are. But I didn't know what that meant. They told me what it meant, and I was, oh shit.
Yeah, because now a term is a different term. I heard back, but I know what you're talking about. Because that's represented like you being clean, like you're like it's just, yeah. But now they got a new term as be gay, you know?
There's even a soap called zest.
Yeah. That's
And then
yeah,
bad,
right, because clean, right? Yeah. The soap,
and then bad doesn't mean bad, like good, like awesome anymore. Like you're changing things, and the first place they change is in the prison system. Then you come out, and then you don't know how to act with civilized people. So you're like, oh, you're a J kid, oh, you're a weirdo. To you, maybe that's because you don't understand and you're dirtier than me. I'm dirty, but you're dirtier than me. You still get clean. But it's hard because you're gonna be like, first of all, you're in a place where you can't control who the fuck your neighbor is. You can't control who your celly is.
Where you shower, who are you gonna shower with at a certain time, yard, and all this other shit, man. You treat it like a little kid in school, man. Who the fuck wants to go through that?
And that's a place where you could have been beefing with your celly in the streets, but you guys are both in the same gang.
You guys gotta be cool now.
You gotta be cool now.
That's crazy. This guy killed your cousin or some shit.
And then you guys get out of jail. Hey, you killed my cousin. And then you guys fuck each other up. But when you're in prison, you respect each other.
Yeah. You see that movie Blood and Blood Out? How's it right there? He smoked spider, Nico smoked spider. Oh, you're that we smoked spider? Yeah, and he had Popeye had to explain to him, and here we all gotta click up together.
Yeah.
You know how Nico acted.
Nico was cool with Popeye. Popeye was like,
yeah. See, it always goes back to fucking some gay shit, man. Prison though. So you motherfuckers that like going in there, those guys are obsessed with it. You know, people that come out of the prison and glorify it though. Man, what the fuck is there to glorify, man?
That's zesty.
Just be like, hey, motherfucker, don't go in there, man. I've been there, done that, man. Don't fucking go in there, though. But nah, they glorify like it's cool to go back in there and come out. A crash out is fucking cool now.
And there's a small percentage of people in there that manage to hold on to their integrity.
Small, dude. Small amount. Yeah.
That at what cost? You see, the scripture is the same way. Once you get into the truth, you cannot get out.
You're the same. You all this knowledge and understanding, though. How do you function back in the world, though? You know?
You can't.
What is it? You know, it's scripture talks about prisoner of hope, right? You gotta be prisoner of hope, man.
And if you ever been to jail, I've been to jail. You know that's the first stage of things going bad.
Oh yeah.
Because they'll put you in the holding cell with everybody. Whites, blacks, Asians. And the Mexicans have 4 or 5 different units. You got the Bulldogs, you got the Northerners, you got the Southerners, you got the White Sox. So and I was told if you ever go in there, be with the White Sox. Of course. Right? Oh, listen, that's good advice. But then you got so many factions in there that you come out and you're like, and I can see it. You're cuckoo because things that we say as free men bother you. Again, it's not even that bad. Like we'll be like, man, that's fucking. I don't want to do that. And then you'll be like, man, the prison had to do that. Okay, but.
And there's some motherfuckers still making what they call them? Yeah. What they call them? They're they come out. Put everything on the it's called esto. Put everything together. You have to make it into burrito. Yeah, no, they call it. Yeah, like like they come out though, and they still be making like if they're still in there, you know, making the food and shit, you know.
They get a bucket, fill it with hot water, get a plastic bag, put the food in the bag, dip it in the hot water, and it gets cooked right there.
And the motherfuckers out here and have a whole ass kitchen though, and they're still doing it like that, home job style. Like, what the fuck, man? Like
I was working with the dude, and it was lunchtime, and we were all hungry. And he was like,
Spread. It's called spread. There you go.
Yeah, spread.
Spread. There you go.
And then I was hungry. I was like, you want a burrito? And I was hungry for a burrito, right? And you put that picture in my head, burrito, like tortilla, meat, bean, wrapped up. This dude had a tortilla, yeah, but he had top ramen, corn nuts,
Yeah, too. Yeah. They put hot Cheetos.
hot Cheetos, crunch that shit up. Man, that's as close as you can get to. Now I'm not knocking it, because when you have to, you have to.
Yeah,
But I don't have to right now.
exactly.
You know?
Yeah, that's what it's called. It's spread. They call it spread.
A spread to me is like something that you want to. Like a bucket of fried chicken, mashed potatoes, coleslaw. That's a spread.
See these people, they come out with that mentality still, man. You know?
Yeah, you need to come out with the spiritual mentality. Daniel 12 and 3. Daniel 12 and 3. And they that be wise shall shine as brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to the righteousness as the stars forever and ever. Daniel 12 and 3. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever.
So the only way you can shine is you have to turn many to righteousness. That's what we're trying to do. Trying to turn many to righteousness.
Yeah, because even the wicked have their own life, man.
Oh man, we could have more than us. That was a good lesson. But if you're gonna be wise in the scriptures.
So with that, we hope it's edifying. We want to give all praise and glory. Noble honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone Camp for teaching us the truth of the Bible. Peace and blessings and hope for next God.